Well, hello there, and a very warm welcome to today's explainer. Come on, gather round, come a little closer, my young friends, make yourselves comfortable. Today I'm not just your host. I'm going to be an elder from a village long, long ago, sitting right under a giant banyan tree. We've got a really fascinating source to explore today, and I'm going to share its wisdom with you in the form of a timeless old tale. We're going to dive deep into a story passed down through generations. It's all about human nature, the things we chase and, well, the things we leave behind.
So, tell me, children, how much gold does it actually take to be truly happy? Is it a pocket full? A chest full? Maybe a whole room absolutely bursting with shining coins? Think about that for a second. What is the exact number that makes a human heart finally stop wanting more? Keep that question right in the back of your mind as we step into our story.
Part 1. A simple, happy life. So, long, long ago, in this very quiet little village, there lived an ordinary farmer named Ramlal. Life moved pretty slowly there.
I mean, just think about the sheer contrast in Ramlal's life. On one hand, he had a tiny house, literally just a little scrap of land and 2 oxen to pull his plow. His income was incredibly low, they barely made enough just to get by. But on the other hand, despite having almost zero money, his family had an absolute overflowing abundance of joy. There was just so much deep love in that small house. Everyone lived in total comfort and complete contentment. Ramlal was honestly deeply and truly happy.
But then, well, everything changed. One bright morning, Ramlal wakes up, opens his front door to greet the sun, and he sees something super strange sitting right on his doorstep. It was a heavy, mysterious bag. Imagine that, children. You wake up, step outside, and boom, there's a heavy, secret pouch right at your feet. Who left it? Where on earth did it come from? Part 2. The Mystery of 99 Coins. So Ramlal looks left, he looks right, but the village path is totally empty.
With trembling hands, he brings this heavy bag inside, unties the thick string, peeks inside, and literally gasps. Gold! It is absolutely filled with shining, heavy gold coins. He falls to his knees, praising the heavens, thanking God for this insane, unexpected blessing. His eyes are just wide with excitement. He has to know exactly how rich he is, right? So he sits on the floor and starts counting. 1, 2, 3, 10, 50, 90, 97, 98, 99. He stops. He blinks. He feels around inside the empty bag. 99? Ramlal feels this sudden jolt of shock. Just 99? It wasn't a perfect round number.
Where could that missing 100th coin be? Did it fall out? Was there a hole in the bag? Did somebody actually take it? A perfect 100 would make total sense, but 99? The thought of that one single missing coin just started to itch in his brain. Children, can you guess where it might have rolled off to? He jumps up. He runs outside, scouring the dusty courtyard, kicking over pots and pans. He's frantically retracing his path all the way down the village road, eyes literally glued to the dirt. He runs back inside, interrogates his wife, questions his children. Did you see it? Did you take it? He turns his entire house completely upside down, panting, sweating. But the 100th coin is simply not there. Part 3. The Trap of Greed. Okay, and this is where our story takes a pretty dark turn. From that morning forward, this heavy cloud settled right over Ramlal's mind. Notice the devastating change that happens here. Before the gold, Ramlal played games with his kids in the evenings. He'd sit down, eat his simple meals in utter peace. But after finding the bag, he stopped smiling, he stopped playing entirely. He started working day and night, just exhausting himself under the scorching sun, constantly agonizing over saving every single penny, all just to earn that one missing coin.
His wife is watching him grow thin and tired. And one evening, she places a gentle hand on his shoulder and asks this incredibly wise question. She says softly, "We were so happy before. Why are you working so hard now? We have more than we ever dreamed." I really want you to sit with her words for a moment, children. But Ramlal, he doesn't even look at her. He just stares straight ahead and mutters, "Just one more coin to make 100, and then I will rest." So the crazy part is that Ramlal actually tricked himself. He genuinely, truly believed that if he just hit that magic number, his anxiety would vanish and he'd finally find peace.
His greed basically became this endless climbing staircase. Ramlal worked himself to the bone. And eventually, he saved enough to get that 100th coin. But did he rest? No way. Once he hit 100, he looks at his pile and thinks, well, if only I had 200, then I'd be truly secure. But then 200 wasn't enough. He craved 500. Then he demanded 1,000. The goalpost just kept moving, and his desires grew completely, wildly out of control.
The gold in the house multiplied until it literally filled the corners of the room. But as the gold piled up, the laughter completely faded away. Ramlal's house was now incredibly wealthy, sure, but it was entirely empty of joy. His family lived under the exact same roof, but their hearts were now miles and miles apart.
Part 4. The Village Elder's Wisdom. Now, in this very same village, there lived a super wise old elder. Actually, kind of like myself. This elder had watched Ramlal grow up.
He saw the terrible misery taking over the young farmer's life and decided, enough is enough. It's time to intervene. He walks over, sits Ramlal down, looks him right in the eye and says, "Son, you are caught in the trap of 99. Or, as they say back in the village, the Nentinyanve Kafir. The trap of 99 is this incredibly dangerous illusion. It's the belief that gaining just one more thing, one more coin, one more toy, one more shiny achievement will finally bring you lasting peace." The elder leans in close, and with profound warmth, he shares the secret. He says, "He who has 99 loses his peace, craving the 100th. And once he gets 100, the craving for 200 begins. It is a cycle that never, ever ends."
Part 5. The Secret to True Joy. Suddenly, it was like this massive, heavy curtain was just lifted right off Ramlal's eyes.
The exhaustion, the constant worry, the awful distance from his family, it all just came rushing into his mind. He finally saw the foolish mistake he'd been making all this time. Ramlal looks at the pile of gold, and then he looks over at his family. In that moment, he realizes that true happiness, it lives in contentment. It does not live in the endless, anxious counting of gold. He understood that wealth can be a tool, for sure, but it should never, ever be the sole purpose of your life.
And so, Ramlal changed his ways. He didn't become lazy. He continued to work hard in his fields because, hey, hard work is good for the soul. But he completely stopped obsessing over hoarding money. When evening came, he'd leave his tools at the door, and he actually started spending time with his wife and kids again. And just like that, the warm, beautiful laughter returned to Ramlal's little house.
Well, we've reached the end of our story. So, I want you to think deeply about this. What is the actual moral of our tale today, my dear children? What's the real secret hidden inside this old village explainer?
Here is the truth we've all got to remember. Look, we all have needs, right? Food, shelter, safety. But if our desires have no end, even after those basic needs are fully met, then we are caught in the trap of 99. Human desires can absolutely be a never-ending trap if we don't learn how to tame them. Carry this final truth with you as you grow up. True joy is found in contentment, not in the endless hoarding of wealth. Contentment means finding peace and gratitude for what you literally hold in your hands right now, instead of constantly stressing over what you don't have.
Before we part ways today, I want to leave you with one final, lingering thought. Look closely at your own life. Look at the things you want, the things you constantly ask for, the things you worry about not having. Ask yourself, are you chasing 100th coin in your own life right now? Think about it. And may you always find the wisdom to choose contentment. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, my young friends. Until next time, stay curious and stay contented.